Hey YouTube, I got another Walther here, in this case the P22. You can see that there. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up. This is kind of my first impressions of the gun. Never really checked one of these things out before, but I'm really happy with my PPK. So this one is just a different model. It's kind of the model that if you're referring to the James Bond films that Pierce Brosnan kind of showed up with, and then there was a lot of, oh, they changed it pre-PK. But yeah, the romance in the PPK is definitely unsurpassed. But here's the fire case. You got the instruction stuff, instruction booklet. We'll get into that later. It does have the replaceable back strap, but first thing we do is let's safety check this thing. Make sure it is not loaded. Okay. Alright, let's go over the gun. As you can see there, we'll talk about that. So the back strap here is replaceable. You drive that pin out and you can put another back strap on there. I believe this one just has a little bit more hump to it, so it protrudes a little bit more. If you notice, the magazine release, it's that European style. For you H&K lovers, it's that one. It's right part of the trigger guard. That's a pro and con. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people absolutely will not buy a gun with that on there. It does get getting used to. If you're used to just pushing that button, it does get used to. You have to get used to that, you know, pulling it down or pulling it down. First impressions of grip. I grip this gun. It feels really good in my hands. I don't have giant hands, but so this gun feels really nice. There's a little bit of an extension on the magazine here, but that feels really, really good. It does. It feels like somebody just like took a mold of somebody's grip and just said, there, let's make a grip around that. There, now model the grip. That really does. You know, nice bore axis to the webbing of the hand right there, so it really points really nice. Really good sights, 3-dot system, adjustable here for windage. Alright, and the other thing, but my biggest gripe about it is has a magazine disconnect. Yes, and I actually tried to open this thing up and try to take a look at where the magazine disconnect is, and I thought I'd found it a couple of times, but I didn't. So magazine is the standard Walther 22 type magazine. The stitched up back, I don't know how they do that or what it is, but it comes apart very easily, just much like the PPK of mine. And a safety, it's not a decocker, it just is safe or fire. So let's get into let's look into how to take this thing down, because that's the strange thing. If you look at the other tools that you get here, your nice little wrench that you can take off the barrel, and there's sights, and what is this oddball thing in here? Is this a punch or a drift pin, or what is this? That's strange, huh? It's like a little pencil for your iPad or something. No, let's take a look and see what that is. Now I had to figure this out myself to figure out, and of course I read the instructions after. Safety check. Pull that down there, okay, and lift the gun, or lift the slide right out. Okay, so strange thing. What a strange little recoil spring. It looks like twisted metal there. If you can see it, kind of strange. This is metal, the guide rod, but the spring is definitely a unique. Looks like a bunch of twisted up wire. Slide is pretty basic. There's your firing pin stop right there, and I believe that is actuated by the sides here. And it's pretty simple, not too complicated looking. Extractor held in by a pin. And let's go ahead and do this on this one, because you can easily, not like the PPK. I think you have to take out the slide stop. The barrel, again, referring back to like my PPK video, I'll put a link right here so you can click on it. Right here you can see the barrel is two different sections. Now I know they put this on here also for a suppressor, but let's take a look at also, if I can get this wrench off, what is in here. Little cap comes off. Barrel shroud comes off. That's not the barrel. That's the barrel. Slide it out through the rear. Should be able to get it out here. Maybe not. Maybe we might. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's the barrel. Interesting, huh? There it is. Walther 22. Little barrel. Little itty bitty barrel. Interesting, huh? So that's how it does work. It unscrews and it slides into place. Let's see if we can put it back without fumbling. Okay. And it has this little ring or little notch cut right here that fits into the bottom, and you'll feel it lock into place when you're putting it back together. Take the little cap, put it back on. And that's part of the how the barrel comes apart, other than putting a suppressor on it. If you live in a state where that is legal. Let's just snug this up again. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and reassemble this, put the slide back on it. Nothing unusual in there, pretty much works just like the Walther. I tried to actually look and see how the magazine disconnect will work as I was talking about it. You can see how it works in there if you can see that. Let me turn the light on here. I don't know if you can actually see those working things, but I thought that was a magazine disconnect. It's not. It's actually the lock-ins for this right here, and then the slide is the slide stop runs into that, which is the little tab on that side. You can see it up there. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. So if you remember right, let's see, that fits down in there, and that. Oh, I wonder why. That's weird, huh? Why would they do something like that? Aha. That's what this is. Really strange bird. I had to do a double take on this. So you insert this into the spring, and I'll try to do this without making it look terribly hard, and you use it as a guide. Again, I'm trying to do this without making it look harder than it really is. Okay. Y'all saw that? Interesting, isn't it? That's the way it works. You use this as a guide, and that puts it back right on place, right? Strange. And of course the magazine disconnect, but I'm not going to dry fire it anyway. But there it is, the Walther PPK, or P22. Get it right. But that's it. You know, it feels really nice. It points really nice. It has a nice look to it. As I experienced with my PPK, it is like my PPK is real picky with ammo, so I'm sure this is going to be no exception as well. So either hand, sight it up for you. Look down those sights. Of course, the hammer's gonna be back, right? Pretty nice. Pretty nice pistol. You know, it feels solid, tight lockup. I mean, when you engage that slide, I mean, seems pretty nice, pretty well built, just like the Walther. I mean, the PPK. Of course, they're both Walthers, but yeah, actually, this one here is imported by Smith & Wesson. So it is their Smith & Wesson import. My PPK is not. It's actually not a Smith & Wesson import, but it's still made in Germany. So, interesting gun. So, if you're interested in it, the P22, that's my review. Hopefully you learned a little something from that. Little strange tool. So if you get this gun, don't throw this away. You might want to hang on to that. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And check this gun out if you're interested into it. Definitely another James Bond gun, so it is used in the Bond films. The P22. So ambidextrous thumb safety, that's nice. But it does grip one of these. If you get a chance, check it out in a shop or something, or you got a friend with one, take a grip on that, because that's really nice. Of course I have smaller hands, but you know, that grip is that really feels nice. Anyway, thanks for watching guys.